police on the beach discover a 30-meter high totem tower. The entire tower is made up of 17 air-dried corpses. There are also 7 excavated tombs scattered around the bottom. Some of them died years ago, some died a few days ago. Only the dead at the top were recently put on. Jack deduced killing them is no longer enough for the killer, so he dug up the bodies to humiliate them on this way, but will found no trace of desecration on the deceased body. To find out why the murderer built the totem tower, Jack cleared all the staff, left Will enough space to reconstruct the crime scene. Will finds out the killer had planning for a long time to build this tower. He collected all the crafting materials in advance, carefully planned the corpse, put it in the designated location. As for the victims at the top of tower, he witnessed whole process of construction. The killer finally killed him and put on top of tower purpose is to make him the finishing touch of the tower.
This is my resume. This is my body of work. This is my legacy.
After return from fantasy to reality, Will finds himself appearing at Hannibal's house. Will was a little flustered. He doesn't know how he got here. He knew the crime scene was 3.5 hours drive from Hannibal's house. Hannibal thinks Will's memory is missing. Long use of special abilities has stripped Will of his consciousness. This is after repeated torment of consciousness, a self-protection mechanism produced in desperate situation. Hannibal feels in Will's current state is no longer fit to work at the FBI. But Will thinks he can save more lives with his special ability.
I'm your friend, Will. I don't care about the lives you save. I care about your life. And your life is separating from reality.
Will think there must be something wrong with his brain. Maybe he should take some time to see the doctor.
I'm worried about you, Will. You empathize so completely with the killers Jack Crawford has your mind wrapped around that you lose yourself to them. What if you lose time and hurt yourself? Or someone else? I don't want you to wake up and see a totem of your own making.
After these words, Will also felt scared. Then Will finds Jack and wants to resign. But when it comes to words, Will suddenly gave up. On other side, forensic conduct examines body on totem. The dead man at the top is named Joel. Is a viewer who don't like the video? Cause of death was a stab wound on the heart. As for the other scars on the body, it should be a fracture caused after death. Will deduce the dead should have a special meaning to the murderer, because he is most important part in totem tower. As for the 16 corpses at the scene, all of them died unexpectedly.
They're all murders.
Will then sorted out all the case information. Anthony died in a car accident in 1986 at the age of 28. Packham died of a heart attack in 2001 aged 60. In 2006, 25-year-old Peter died of gas poisoning at home. And 7 unidentified bodies buried on the beach. Each column of deaths is different, no torture. The killer uses this disguise to cover his actions. Its purpose is to enjoy the pleasure of quietly killing people.
The display was built in Grafton for a reason. Totem poles commemorate special events. They tell the story of a life. If Joel Summers is his finale, then this lowest body on the pole will be our killer's beginning.
Forensic produced the first victim was Marshall. Died in a fight 40 years ago. Police still haven't caught the murderer yet.
So our guy got away with it 40 years ago.
So we kept on going.
There will be a connection between Joel Summers and Fletcher Marshall.
Just then Jack suddenly appeared and called Will away. It turned out Jack found Aiel's body. That's the boy Abby killed in the first episode. Aiel's body was found by local police, but due to the body being placed in ice, local police currently unable to confirm Aiel's death time. Jack wants Abby to come to the morgue and confirm if Aiel is the murderer who attacked her. Jack still suspects Abby is an accomplice to Hobbs' case, so Jack ignored the objections of Will and Bloom. Insist on bringing Abby to identify Aiel. Abby was very nervous when she saw the body. Bloom wants to cover the body but was stopped by Jack. It seems Jack is trying to spy out something through Abby's expression, but he completely underestimated the girl. In following questions, not only did Abby not show anything, also perfectly cleared her suspicion. Bloom also expressed dissatisfaction with Jack's behavior. She thinks Elle's death has nothing to do with Abby.
What makes you so sure?
Because any reservations I have about Abigail don't extend to Hannibal. He has no reason to lie about any of this.
After the statement, Jack also began to doubt whether his decision was correct. The scene changes. Hannibal finds Abby. Abby acted of digging up the body on her one made Hannibal dissatisfied. Now Jack has his eye on Abby. Once Jack follows the trail, it's possibly revealing himself as the Ripper. Not expect Abby said she has cleared of suspicion. Jake will never reopen the case because of Aiel. Turn the camera. After checking the identities of Joel and Marshall based on the clues provided from Will found that these two actually have a biological relationship, but DNA showed no blood relationship between the two. And 4 years after Marshall was killed, Joel's mother died in a car accident. If he was murdered, he should also appear on the totem tower. Will deduces the killer is most likely in love with her, so he can't bear to humiliate her on the totem tower. But based on police investigation, a man named Lawrence was a major suspect in the case, but police haven't found any evidence of his crime.
Fletcher Marshall was a crime of passion. It had something that none of the other murders had. Motive.
Then Jack and Will rushed to Lawrence's house. Just met Lawrence knew their purpose. and also confessed to building the totem tower. He told Jack and Will about his murder story.
I could wave at a lady and smile, chew the fat with her in church, knowing I killed her husband. There is something beautiful about that ball of silence at a funeral. All those people around you knowing that you made it happen.
But Will's words almost killed Lawrence instantly.
You thought the woman you loved was having Fletcher Marshall's baby when she should have been having yours, but you got it the wrong way around. Eleanor chose to raise him as Fletcher Marshall's child rather than yours. So maybe she saw what's in your heart.
You didn't secure your legacy, Mr. Wells. You murdered it.
In fact, your one act as a father was to destroy your son.
Lawrence's face was ashen when he knew the truth. It has to be said, this is also the greatest irony of a murderer. The Totem Tower case that shocked the town was solved. After the end of case, Will came to the forensic lab instead, empathized with IL's corpse. In the illusion, Will knew the person who killed IL was Abby. Will know the truth and went to Hannibal investigate. Didn't expect Hannibal, calmly said. He already known, and he helped Abby to dispose of the dead body. Will wants to know why. Hannibal said Abby killed IL purely in self-defense. But if Jack knew it was Abby who killed IL, he's sure to make Abby as Hobbs' accomplice. At that time, the whole public opinion will destroy Abby. Will doesn't think we have the right to make decisions for Abby.
If not ours, then whose? Who knows Abigail better than you and I? Or the burden she bears. We are her fathers now. We have to serve her better than Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
Will hesitated for a moment and agreed to Hannibal's proposal. But after knowing this, Abby fell into a panic, because Abby really helped Hobbs seduce those girls. She always knew what Hobbs was like, but she knows if she doesn't, the person eaten by Hobbs must be herself.
I wondered when you would tell me.
Monster.
No. I know what monsters are. You're a victim. And Will and I